Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. In the late 1970s, when the Alaskan pipeline was being constructed, many Texans went to Alaska to work on the pipeline alongside the Eskimos, native Alaskans. However, the Texans could only work a few hours in the frigid weather, while the Eskimos could easily work for hours on end. Some scientists decided to do a study to find out why the Eskimos could withstand the weather, while the Texans flagged. The study concluded there were no physiological differences between the Eskimos and the Texans. Then the scientists conducted a psychological study and discovered the difference. The Eskimos experienced the cold, but clearly understood that a job needed to be done. With that mindset, they focused intently on obtaining results rather than how the weather was affecting them. The Texans, on the other hand, were so focused on the cold weather, it became their overriding experience of the situation, monopolizing their attention and energy and crippling their capacity to work. When the Apostle Paul penned these words in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, exhorting us to meditate on these things which are good, etc., he was in prison. Yet he clearly had been training himself not to focus on his external circumstances, but on everything good, noble, and praiseworthy, especially the Lord himself. Paul was no stranger to discomfort or the temptation it brings, but he'd learned well that his inward attitude toward difficult external circumstances could dramatically affect the way he experienced them, and also his capacity to function in spite of them. Focus on how bad things are, the trials, temptations, the circumstances that surround you, and you will be crippled by the amount of attention you give to them. Focus on the Lord, His Word, His promises, His deliverance, and everything good He is, has done, and will do, and you will work like an Eskimo in frigid air. God bless and carry on.